It's a vibe all the time. It's no surprise.
Hello and welcome to Good Vibe Goddess Tarot. So today I'm gonna do a reading on the Temperance card, seeing that it's JK, Sagittarius season, and it's a Sagittarius card. So yeah, but the actual reading with the questions and everything is about creativity, alchemy. So we're gonna look at 3 things that you want to transform, and then we're gonna look into why it needs to be broken down, or what needs to be broken apart, where you need to come face. That's all one question. The next question would be, why is it important for your journey? And then this third question will be, why do you need to bring this to your consciousness? Why is it important to look at it and illuminate it, shine a light on it? And then lastly, we'll look at what could be the end result, and why is it influential in your life. But a couple of things about the Temperance card, right? So from this deck, it pretty much says money restrictions and testing the waters, but it's pretty much any kind of restriction when you think about it. But a couple of details about the card. So there's an angel on the card, of course, which is supposed to be like a divine messenger, and he has 2 cups, which our cups represents intuition and feelings and emotions, and he also standing on water, which is supposed to the lake is supposed to represent our subconscious and the flow of life, and like the flow of emotions that we're not either dealing with. And then we have little flowers, are lilies, supposed to represent purity, and then the greenery is supposed to represent life, and life is flowing. The rocks that he is standing on is supposed to represent earth. The water that one of his little feet or toe is in is supposed to represent that the angel is pretty much balanced in spiritual and material, or at least, because you see the path behind there, or at least trying to find out, see the water flowing, testing the waters, how to balance his spirituality and his materialistic needs. And then the mountains in the back supposed to represent like obstacles, and then the sun's supposed to represent like a new day dawning. Oh, the light around his head is supposed to be clarity. I don't know if you really see that. Represent clarity, right? And then the triangle is mind, body, soul, and spirit all being connected and balanced in one. And having the strength to manifest what you want to manifest in life. Oh, and his robe is supposed to the robe supposed to represent meditation. That's pretty much. Oh, you don't see that his eyes are closed, so yeah, he's pretty much meditating and trying to find a balance between spiritual and material, and what works for him and his path that he wants to go on. Okay. A couple more things. Temperance normally roll. Oh, it's also a 14, and 14 reduced to 5, which is change and transformation. It's also Sagittarius card. I keep saying Scorpio. Sagittarius card, and it's ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is the planet of luck and bounty, but it's also the planet of law and morals and honor and stuff like that. And Jupiter is also the planet of expansion, so you could be thinking about or need to plan how you want to move forward in life, what path in life you want to move, or what you want to do, and how to balance what you're doing now and the work that you will need to do to accomplish your dreams. Because the Temperance card comes after the Death card, and Death is all about like change and transformation, and Temperance is all about balance and bringing things, into peace and harmony and try to work things out. So it was like after, you made this big transition and change, give yourself credit for the work that you did, or the little, like, even if it was a little bit, or like a little bit of work, still give yourself credit. A couple of things about the Temperance card. It's the angelic ability to achieve balance and to bring opposites together. It's also the later part of soul searching. Right, there's 21 major arcanas. And this is like, giving yourself credit, seeing all the work that you put in and how far you have come, and how far you want to continue going. And some meanings for Temperance is balance, moderation, healing, patience, and reconciliation. Its major philosophy is pretty much trying to say that moderation is key to contentment. So rather than trying to change or rush into changing things so fast, it will be better to try to find a balance in between, and don't try to push or force what you want onto people or yourself. Pretty much, don't try to force the outcome or like the desired outcome on yourself. Just go with the flow, right? Take your time. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay, yeah, that's all I have to say. So let's get into your cards. Okay, so we have self-love. They're pretty much self-explanatory. But it could be saying that you need, if you're feeling restricted right now, you could be feeling restricted because you need to care for yourself a little bit more, love yourself a little bit more. And if that's, the problem right now, because pretty much how I did the cards is supposed to be like earthly to then going into spiritual. So right now this is, his foot on the rock. Well, one foot on the rock, and then at some point we're going to be like the other foot in the water. So like earthly wise, 3D wise, you could be lacking in self-love and need to like care for yourself a little bit more, love yourself a little tongue twister, love yourself a little bit more, and realize that you will have some up and downs. Yes, sometimes you may like disappoint yourself or something, or be disappointed and stuff like that, but then like don't dwell in that moment. Remember the good times that you had. I don't know, I feel like self-love and self-care pretty much go hand in hand. So however you need to take care of yourself to make you feel in tune with yourself and feel like, that you're beautiful and that you're something to be like appreciated and deserve to be loved correctly and stuff like that. And then we have passion, which is in your sacral chakra, which is all about how you feel about yourself. And you could, like I was saying, you could be lacking passion for, or like, self-love for yourself. And as a result, it makes it hard for you to connect with others, because like I said, it's all about like how you feel about yourself. You see like here she's helping somebody else, but then she also like dressed in orange, but the sacral chakra is all about like how you feel about yourself, your self-esteem and stuff like that. So she knows that she loves to do this, and she's doing what she loves, right? And it doesn't matter how other people feel about what she's doing because she loves it. And honestly, it doesn't matter how you love yourself or try to get yourself to feel, I mean, as long as you're not hurting nobody, feel love, then do that. You know? Not like you could be helping somebody, you know, reading to somebody or volunteering or simply just taking time out to yourself and being by yourself to collect your thoughts and see how you feeling and stuff like that. So you can feel more secure in yourself and back to, like I was saying earlier, like who you are, feeling beautiful inside and out. Because you can look pretty on the outside, but then be ugly on the inside, and then at some point the inside just come outside. So it don't matter how pretty you look on the outside. You got your attitude is nasty. So overall you're just nasty. So it's just if your insides is nice and you're a nice, genuine person, you know, and kind and compassionate, and that's genuinely who you are, you look beautiful on the outside as well because you're doing beautiful, great things. Like, you know, not doing evil or malicious things to people. You're doing kind and compassionate things. And, you know, other people would like appreciate you, and then you start to appreciate you because you're doing what you want to do and being happy and finding peace in yourself. And we have purpose. You possess the determination and the dedication to consciously demonstrate love. So like I was saying before, like, ooh, or right, because you know how, okay, it's like earthly and then going into spiritual. Right now you're probably like trying to figure out what's your purpose, and purpose is something that makes you genuinely happy, and it helps others. It doesn't just help you and benefit you, it benefits everyone in a way. It's for the highest good of everyone. And it makes you feel happy, light, and free, not stuck and stagnated and being angry and not liking your job. No, 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 no. You will like your purpose because your purpose is meant for you. And then no one really knows what their life purpose is, so you got to figure it out, you know. Sometimes, you know, people know from when they was a kid what they wanted to do, and sometimes people just find out along the way. And don't let no one try to discourage you from achieving or doing what you actually want to do. Like, for example, if you want to major in, I'm going to say theater. I don't know why theater popped in my head, but theater popped in my head. And let's say your parents want you to be a lawyer. That is two completely different things, okay? Two completely different things. And you have no desire of being a lawyer whatsoever. I mean, explain that to your parents and just simply say, like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, you know? Or you could, do both if you really want to. Because for me and for my personal experience, my dad wanted me to be a nurse. I'm not like a people person. I'm cool with people, but at a certain point in time, I was like, all right, go over there. And he even once said it himself, like, I'm pathetic when I'm sick. So it's just like, how can I help you, if you sick? If you get me sick right away, who's helping who, But I can go, be the vet tech and, be a nurse to animals. I could do that. I can't nurse the humans. Animals? Sure. No problem. So it's like you gotta figure out your purpose and know what you know, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Because me being in the hospital with sick people is a no. And then sometimes they get rude and it's just like, I'm gonna come out my face too. Like, I get that you're sick. I get it. Okay, but to each his own. Some people could be nurses. Some people are not meant to be nurses. And I'm one of them. Like, now we have health. I honor the physical vessel that ensures. That's crazy how I was just talking about a hospital and being a nurse. So, if you want to be a nurse, go ahead. It's okay. You know, that's cool. It's not meant for me, and I knew that. I knew that. And then I had to remind him of all the jobs or little ideas I said that I had for when I was a kid. Nurse was never on the list. Never. So it was not possible or likely for me to become a nurse because I would not enjoy it. I did not even want to be a nurse. It was not an option in my mind. Still not. But, you know, we need nurses. I guess, you know, they're very helpful. But I don't know how they deal with those people. And then sometimes they be rude. And then you can't be rude. Like, no. I salute them, though. Then we have blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Like I was saying before, you just, like my example, I just simply have to tell my dad, like, look, I'm going to take this L, okay? Like, I know I'm not going to be able to deal with those people, okay? And then I'm not going to decide to become a nurse, study all this, though, do all this work to then be in a career that I don't want. And then later on I had to blame you. And then you turn around and be like, well, you could have been whatever you wanted to be. And now we're sitting here pointing fingers and blame shifting. Like, no. Let me just take responsibility of my life. Do what makes me happy. And, like, honor myself and respect myself and knowing that I know what I want to do and I know what's right for me and what's best for me. And what's best for me is not to be in somebody's hospital from time to time with disrespectful patients. It's a no. And then we have evaluation. You are making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. Okay. You have to choose you. You have to, and then evaluate. We have to balance, moderation, and take your time, slow and steady. Rinse the race. Like I was saying, like I can't. A human nurse, no, but an animal nurse, fine. I have no problem with animals. I love them all day, every day. I can be around them, no problem. But a person, no. Because I feel like your pain does not excuse you for being disrespectful. So you have to think about what's best for you, what works for you, and how can you honor yourself and respect yourself and said way, shape, form, or fashion to give you, like, everyone self-love or self-care routine is different. Some people it's fine just washing their face and having like clear skin, and then some people are just fine having bright and white teeth. Some people want clear skin and white teeth, and you know, some people want a nice body. You know, it's different for everybody. So you just gotta find what works for you and why you want to do it, the reason why you want to do it, and then go after it. Don't worry about what somebody else wants to do, because right later on we can, like, I continue talking to my dad about this whole nursing thing, and it's just like I understood his reasoning for why I want, there's pros and there's cons to it, but then it's just like the biggest con would have been like I said, if they coughed on me within like 5 seconds, I'm sick. So who's helping who at that point? And once he realized that, it would be best if I just don't help anybody when they're sick. It'd just be best to leave me alone once you're sick. Like, it's just like, just avoid me, because my immune system will take it to the extreme. It was one time he had a cold and my whole upper respiratory system was like, I'm gonna check out. So you see, I can't be in nobody hospital working with people, but maybe you can. There's like people could do certain things. Like I can argue with people, maybe kind of sort of from when I want to. That don't mean I want to be a lawyer. Like I might have good valid points from time to time, but that does not mean I want to be a lawyer or be on a debate team or anything like that. You know, to each his own. Like everybody has their own dream, their own life to live. You gotta live yours and don't live it for somebody else, because then if you live it for somebody else later on down the line, you're gonna try to blame them and like start blame shifting, and then no one's gonna accept that blame. So then you just gonna be stuck mad miserable when it's just like, evaluate, look at the whole thing. Let's start back from the beginning. Was you honest with yourself? Did they say, hey, go do this? Did they force you to do it? No. Then you chose to do it. So then it was like you have to accept that responsibility as well. You know? So you have to accept the responsibility for your well-being, not anybody else's well-being. Because unless it's a kid, okay? Unless you have a kid, then that is your responsibility. But if you don't have a kid, then your happiness and your well-being is your responsibility, nobody else's. And then we have trust. I accept that the inner voice in my head. Nope, let me reread that. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. I was saying that all types are wrong. I was gonna put in my head, but I was just like, what? It's not on the card. Yeah. But then, like, once you stop blaming others, like, say, for your problems, you know, you start taking a little bit of responsibility for your actions and parts that you played, right? You start to, like, be able to trust yourself again. Because, like, if you think about it, if you're doing something that you don't want to do, right, and you feel like somebody's forcing you to do it or making you do it, you're betraying yourself to satisfy somebody else. And if you constantly do it, you're constantly telling yourself that somebody else's needs is above your needs. And, you know, and the voice keeps saying, I don't want to be here. Like, get away, move. I'm not happy here. There's no love here. There's no passion here. Could be even mental, you know, like mental stress and pressure and stuff like that. And it could be affecting your self-esteem and how you feel about yourself, your self-respect, your self-worth, and all sort of stuff. And it's like once you stop once you stop blaming other people and like for everything, let's say, and like start looking at, you know, like I said before, the parts that you played, and take responsibility for your actions, and then realize that you can't make everybody else happy. It's rather you or them, and you should always be team you, okay? And the people that are, you know, truly there for you or supposed to be there for you and in your life will be happy that you're happy and not trying to keep you where you are now, you know. And we have responsibility. What I was just saying. You are aware of the power of you are aware of the power of love. Hold on. You are aware of the power of your thoughts. There we go. And the amount of love you express. Oh, and then Jupiter is also the planet of expansion and expression. So you either thinking about how can you express yourself more, or and where you want to expand on, or what parts of you right now do you want to expand on more and express more in your life. And it could be something that you're very passionate about and that you were secretly passionate about, and could be worried with this health card mentally on how other people may see you or view you. But I would say if you're not hurting nobody and you're happy, then simply do it, bro. Take responsibility for your own life. And then we have stop trying to change people. That shit never works. Then we have you do you. I already explained that this is a part of the Rebel deck, but some cards got caught in a candle mishap. So I had to write it on a different card. Okay. So if someone's trying to change you to try to fit into what they want to do, that's not going to work, okay? Like I was saying earlier, just be yourself. Do what makes you happy. And if some people don't get it or don't understand what you need and what makes you happy, maybe they're not meant to be there. Simply walk, you can walk away. Cause like, I don't know, it might be, cause me and my dad conversation could be like, that was so easy. And then like some people, it could be like, oh, well, no, I'm gonna cut you off and stuff like that. I get it. This, to each his own. But at least you stood up for yourself. That could be one form of self-love. You stood up for yourself. You finally expressed your truth and you say what you needed to say. And that's like, some people might not get it right then and there, and they might get it later on, like when you probably like successful in life and like fully accomplish whatever you want to accomplish, or like midway accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. And that's when you be like, oh, now I see what you were trying to say. But it's just like, if you had given up on yourself and never fully taken responsibility for your life, you would have just been living a character, pretty much a life of a character that you didn't want to be. And rather than actually being who you want, like your authentic self and who you are, to be happy and free. And honestly, every parent just want to see their kid happy. I mean, some parents, I'll be honest, I get that. I'm honest. Some parents just want to see their kid happy and abundant and prosperous and stuff like that. And yeah. And then we have that project, that person, that idea is waiting. Get after that shit. The universe has your back. Right? It's just like once you take responsibility for your actions, maybe some people do have some blames to take, okay? Like maybe something that they said, it's this way. Maybe something that they said slowed you down from taking action on this project. And okay, something that they said, but it's still, you allowed what somebody else said to stop you and slow you down. You have to take that responsibility. It might be hard, yes, but you gotta do it so you can move forward. And then we have get over yourself, pull yourself together, help people, give back, good shit for humanity. Oh, do good shit for humanity, right? And that's what she's doing in the passion card. Like, how can you help the world? How can you help humanity? What impact do you want to make on humanity? Do you want to be just another, let's say, years down the line, 60-year-old man just grumpy and then yelling at kids to get off your lawn? Or do you want to be happy on your porch watching kids playing and just be calm, cool, and collective and be fine with it? Which one do you want to be? The miserable person waving your cane telling people get off your lawn, or the happy-go-lucky person chilling? I'd rather be chilling than yelling at people. And then we have, where can I create more space? Instead of filling myself up with busy work and things to do, create more a sacred space in your schedule, in your home, in your mind, your lungs, and in your heart. Take time just to do it. And then today's soul action is to do a decluttering of your schedule, home, and innermost self. Make space. Clarity will come. And like I said, with the angel, he has that little globe above his head to represent clarity. I wasn't trying to make this video long, but I'm trying to hurry up. We have clear yourself, ask the angels to release any old and any toxic energy that you may have absorbed. Right? So you can clear yourself, you can see clearly. Stop blaming people, stop blaming yourself. Take responsibility for what needs to be taken responsibility for. You can see clearly to move on. You know? Once you take responsibility for, you can see things clearly. If somebody trying to, let's say, if somebody trying to like put the blame on you or something like that, and you with this absorbing it, you're just saying like, yeah, it's my fault, right? Once you take a step back, clear some space, think about it, you realize you ain't had shit to do with that, and it was never your fault. You're not taking responsibility for it. Like that, like that's what I mean. Like when people try to project things onto you, you're not gonna accept certain things or take responsibility for certain things anymore, because you know who you are and what you are and what you stand for. And misery likes company. You're not gonna allow somebody else that's miserable, that probably don't know where they're going and don't know what they want to do in life, to make you do the same or try to put you down or make you feel inferior in any way, shape, or form. But if it's like a parent, let me go back to my example. If it was like a parent that's they're not trying to make you miserable. They want to see you like have money, pretty much. And it's like, okay, just because I can have money does not mean I will be happy. So it's just like, I can have happiness and the money that I want if I do what I want, And then we have, you are the universe. So with the self-love, like you, and then responsibility, you take responsibility for your universe and put you as the center of your universe. No one else. I mean, if you have a kid, I understand. But if it's just you, you're the center of your universe. No one else is the center of your universe. Okay? Like the earth core, right? It doesn't care about no other planet, it only care about itself. If it decides right now, I'm tired of being here, let me go to the surface, it's going to the surface. It's not saying, I'm going to go to the surface because I said to go to the surface. No, it's simply going to the surface because it's going to the damn surface. Okay, it just decided today is the day. Like, it's just, no one told it to do it, no nothing. It chose to do it on its own. It didn't need anybody help or input and say. Then we have root chakra. Which is okay. Because the root chakra, I was looking at the cards. But the self-love, and I was also saying before, where someone's trying to make you feel inferior and trying to change you into something that you're not, and then like blaming it. Could be like, self-worth, self-esteem, and putting somebody else as your universe. That's not going to make you feel stable and grounded at all, because you're seeking validation or love and nurturing and care from somebody else rather than simply giving it to you. If it's not like, you don't need it from external people when you can give it to yourself. And once you be able to give it to yourself, you learn the type of like love or care and affection and stuff like that you need, so that you don't just jump into a relationship with somebody because you want one thing. Like for example, let's say you want hugs and kisses and dates, time, and what's the other one? Gifts and acts of like and stuff like that, and words of affirmation. And you've been by yourself for a while, or you've been with someone that made you feel low about yourself, and you start to either believe what they're saying and then start blaming them for slowing you down, but I'm just like, you know, yeah, but they don't have to be in your life. Stand up for yourself, close that chapter in your life. Or if it's like, if they're no longer in your life but the thoughts linger, simply say like, those thoughts are not my thoughts, I release those thoughts. Take responsibility back. Take responsibility for your thoughts, your heads, your actions. Trust yourself, love yourself again, and feeling more stable and secure in yourself, not letting somebody else project their insecurities on you, because that's not your responsibility on on the image that somebody created in their head about you. Like, you're a 3D actual person, and what you do or your actions on the day-to-day, if they see you on an everyday basis, they know your character, know your personality, know who you are. So if what they created in your head doesn't match up to that, it's not your responsibility to become that thing that they created in your head. No, it's their responsibility to realize what that idea that they have in their head of who you are does not equal up to who you are 3D in real life. And they need to deal with that and change that, because nothing is wrong with you. And if they feel like something is wrong with you, then they can just, exit stage left. They don't have to be in your life. They don't have to stay there and sit there and watch you. You can outgrow people and have different friend groups and stuff like that. Like, it's okay. That's fine. You can go somewhere else. Find some people that match with what you want, or you know but yeah, hold on. So back to the root chakra. We have the frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, passion and support our senses and security on this physical plane, both in our body as well as a physical planet. Oh, also Jupiter, right? The symbol of Jupiter is supposed to represent bringing awareness beyond the physical world. So, you get the whole mind, body, soul, and spirit. You see, you gotta, right? Body. You gotta feel secure in your body, secure in yourself, to then be able to be secure in your mind. And then your soul just want love, honestly. Just love everybody. It does. That's all it does. And then we have realization. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart center truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. So it's like, once you realize and evaluate, take that time out to think about what would make you secure, make you feel balanced and happy and peaceful in life, or what you want your future to be, and look at how far you came and like where you want to go and what you want to continue to do, and do it. Like, you will realize that you can do it, you can accomplish it. And don't let anybody hold you back or try to, sway you from your dreams and your goals and your aspirations. And then we have fertility. The frequency of fertility invites us to open our courageous and most creative and joyful and more joyful than we have been before. It activates the potential and for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into our new and grander expression of ourselves. Ooh, the fertility card. It's kind of sort of like the Empress card. You know, she's fruitful, abundant, and then it can create new ideas and stuff like that. But you know, you could once you realize that like I was saying before, you can accomplish whatever you set your mind to. You accomplish a lot, beforehand. So far, you can accomplish so much more if you just continue and push forward. And then we have compassion. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine moderator between earth and heaven. Pretty much what he's doing, standing on the water and earth, balancing spiritual and material, spirit and matter. So that unconditional love can flow from the source through our hearts into the world. Like I was saying before, with the mind, body, soul, and spirit, like the spirit just wants to give everybody love. Just the spirit's like Rodney King. Can't we just all get along? It's just yo, the world is very harsh, and but your soul just want to keep fighting, be like, I'm gonna love you anyways, and it might be hard, like I said, but don't let somebody. Ooh, and then it's kind of like a reflection of this, but don't let somebody try to change you, and or what makes you happy or what you love, and try to make you feel like what you love or what doesn't make sense, or they don't see how you could be. Somebody once told me that they don't see how I can be full off of a fruit salad, and it's like, what do you mean? Like, it's just because you can't be full off of it, I shouldn't be full off of it. That doesn't add up. It's just like your stomach is not connected to my stomach. Maybe you don't like the same fruits I like. Like, it's I'm okay with my fruit salad. I don't need no heavy full meal right now. Like, and then there's some people that be okay with a fruit salad. That's a good appetizer. Like, it's okay. But then we have communication. The frequency of communication support our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outcoming, through our hearts and the center of our truth. I'll explain. To stay in the flow of source and balance exchange. Right? So why I say I would explain with the heart is the bridge because it's in the middle. So to the top 3, which is your throat, crown, third eye, crown, there we go, and then the lower, your root, chakra, and solar plexus. Your heart is right in the middle. So your heart is what communicates from the lower to the top, the lower to the bottom, the lower to the top, there we go. And it was the topper for me. And if your heart chakra is blocked, and then we had the green. If it's blocked, your root chakra will not understand whatever message your crown chakra is trying to say. It will not compute. It will just error every time because it's like, what are you talking about? And because the lower 3 is our base chakras, it's like material pretty much, and primal, and while the other ones is all spiritual and and stuff like that, and not materialistic and earthly. So your heart, which pretty much understands both, will be the one to communicate that. But if your heart is, like I said, is closed and trying to communicate something spiritual to, let's say, your solar plexus or your sacral, trying to say like, this is an idea you should take action on because you're very passionate about it. It's just like, why you as a person will feel like, why would I don't think I can achieve that. I'm not possible. It's not possible because you don't have the confidence to do it, but you actually can achieve it, which is why they gave you the idea to do it. You know, spirit won't give you, or spirit won't give you things that you cannot handle. And if you can't handle it, they will definitely give you a person or find you like something to help you and guide you along the way for you to do it. So why would they give you something that, they know you won't be able to do? They give you stuff that you can do and you can handle, you can comprehend. And then we have delight. The frequency of delight support our capacity to create and express feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we invoke in others. So it could be like with that person or project or action, you can't see this card. Person, action, or project that is waiting. Once you start taking action on it, you start feeling more, with the blame here, I would say more like less stressful, happier, you know, because you living your life for you. You won't be doing things that you don't want to do, and that give you a sense, like make you feel free and liberated and happy because you can be your true authentic self for once and don't have to be a character that she never asked to play. And then we have dynamic. The frequency of dynamic support our ability to harmonize between the layers and aspects of different origins and frequency, and help us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. And that great joy is what? Delight. So it's like, once you unblock that heart chakra, realize what you're responsible for is things that make you happy and brings you joy. And that's all that matters. Like, you should be your center of your universe. Don't make somebody else the center of your universe. That's just, you're just doomed for disaster. Unless you have a kid, okay? But other than that, don't make, if they did not come out of your hoo-ha, okay? Or your private parts, don't make that person the center of your universe, okay? And then we have the Emperor. I don't know this angel's name, so I'm not gonna say it, but it means like God until God, political authority, given safe travel and protection against corruption. So once you realize, like, stop pointing fingers and shifting blames, and take responsibility on what you can take responsibility on, because the Emperor is all about control. And realize either you gave your power away or you gave your control away, and take back the power and the control over your life. That's when you'll be able to, start moving forward. It's because you're trying, or at least you will, take back your power. And now you got to figure out what you can do with that power, what makes you happy, and how you can help people and stuff like that. And then you start moving, taking control of your life more and more each day for the better, and bettering yourself. And then working on yourself also helps humanity. Oh, like Buddha, okay? I think it was, I don't know the whole quote, but it was like a flame. And it's like, if one person could have a flame and you pass that flame along, and like the next person have that flame, and that flame, it's just like, it's a spiraling effect. If one person have that, like, have a bad day, and then take that out on somebody else, and now that person get that flame, and then that person take that on somebody else. It's an ongoing effect. But if you just simply was like, yeah, nah, I'm not gonna let you ruin my day because your day is ruined, it stops there. And then we have the Ace of Cups. I don't know this angel again, but his name means God, the King of Heaven, with rejuvenation, obtaining the mercy of God, and giving long life. Gives long life. But the Ace of Cups is like a new. There we go. The Ace of Cups is. It's like an intuitive idea or creative idea. Could be like a new love offer. Could be many different things. In that cup that's coming to you. It could be all three of the things I just listed out for you. And then we have the Four Swords. The Trinity of God. Okay. We have mission protects against slander and I don't know that word. So people. So like I was saying, like, because the Four Swords is all about like taking a time out, taking a rest, taking a break, a moment, healing, time out, a nap, sleeping on it, you know. So like I was saying, you taking back your power. If you need to think about who you need to take back your power from or set boundaries with, so you can take back your power from those people, or simply just be like, yeah, I'm gonna cut you out, I'm gonna walk away. I need a moment. I need to break, you know. So you can start loving yourself and feel more confident in yourself and balancing yourself. That's fine. That's cool. Oh, we had another card. Then we have the Six of Wands, which is all about like a victory. Don't know this angel name again, but his name means, I keep saying his because it could be a female. I apologize. Their name, let's go with that, means God who takes evil. We have longevity, protection against informalities. So it's like those people that trying to change you or slow you down, stunt your growth. Once you start going on this journey, they still will be there. They're still, you're gonna meet people like this, right? But spirit will also be alongside with you, help you along the way, building that confidence and strength in yourself, so, and helping you remove those insecurities that you may have, so you can have a victory in gaining back a sense of control in your life, or so you can lead to a very successful outcome. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles. Speaking of successful outcomes, because Ten of Pentacles is generational wealth. But we don't know this angel name again. Okay, so we have the Honorable God, the inner and outer works, help one keeps their job, protects against disasters. Right, you take back control, start doing what makes you happy, gaining that passion and what makes you happy, and it can lead to generational wealth and like a long time. That wasn't even something about like how you want to, what impact you want to have on humanity, you know, or it could just be simply in your family, you know. And then we have the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is all about like celebration and speaking about your emotions and stuff like that. We have the right hand of God, frame and renounce, influence, voyages, and great discovery. And then we have the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups, how I see the Five of Cups is melancholy and like sadness and depression. Oh, and we also have that health card here. You see, could be, I was thinking like mental, but you know, could be emotional as well. With that mind, soul, and mind, body, soul Could be a lot of different things touching a lot of different areas in your life because you're not taking action on something that you really want to take action on, and trusting your abilities and your strength, knowing that you can do it, or at least trust in spirit to tell, like, to know that they help you, they have your back, and that they're gonna help you along the way. They're not just gonna leave you stranded. Um. Oh, I don't know if you ever saw that painting. If you haven't, might want to look it up. But it's like a kind of like a spiritual painting, but not really. It's ooh, excuse me, like Jesus walking with the person, and then at some point, or it's like two different feet, right, footprints, right? It's like one over here, one over here, and then it just merged into one, or just becomes one. And some people could say that it's just like, oh, like he's no longer walking with you, but it could be the fact that you got tired of walking, or you faced the battle that you weren't able to walk or stand anymore, and he carried you along the way to make sure you get a victory. And then we had, oh, with the Five of Cups, right? Prosperity, destruction of the enemy, and deliverance from bondage. Because you know the Five of Cups is like 3 cups down, 2 cups still standing, but you're too busy worried about the 3 cups that's down, that's in front of you, rather than focus on that all is not lost. You still have 2 cups right behind you that you can, can move forward on. You can make something out of. Turn those 2 cups into something beautiful and long lasting that makes you happy. Then we have release and surrender. We shower you with the blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenge that you have held tightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and heart to our love and assistance. Like I was saying before, they will not just leave you abandoned. They won't say here. They won't say, hey, go here, and then not tell you why you're going there. They will Yo. Or like, like your parents always send you to the room and be like, oh, can you go get this for me? And then you go to the room and you will look and it's never there. They will not do that to you, okay? If they tell you to go look for it, it will dead ass be there where they said it is. Like, it will be. There's no magic trick. It's just, it's legit, okay? And then we have create your own happiness. What I was saying the whole time, create your own happiness. I'm going to save the affirmations for later. Because this is already going longer than I expected. So again, let's reiterate the questions. You're going to look at 3 things that you want to transform. And then we're going to look into what do you need to break down? Why do you need to break these down into like pieces? Why is each part essential? What are the treasures that you can find in this journey? What do you need to bring to your consciousness? What needs to be eliminated? What is the final product? And okay. And how does this creative work influence your life? So we got 2 cards that just fell out. We have the 8 of Wands, just unexpected movements, and the 3 of Cups from a whole different deck. So it could be that what I was saying before, that you need to speak up and stand up for yourself, express your truth. Yeah, that could be unexpected, and it could be like, because the 8 of Wands is all like fast movements, or it's fast and unexpected. So it could be that at some point in time, like real unexpectedly, you will have to, stand up for yourself and speak your truth and say that you're not, or simply admit to yourself that you're not happy where you are and you want to be happy and want to have, like, celebrate life rather than, having to survive. You want to live life rather than to just surviving life. And you want to be happy and, not having to just live day to day struggling. You want to You want something else in life, pretty much. And you might have to take that responsibility. And that, like I said, that could be hard at first, but once you own up and take responsibility for it, share what needs to be shared, release what needs to be released, accept the help from spirit, because they're not trying to leave you alone. Okay, they're trying to help you gain control of your life so you can take action on that new idea that they told you to do, right? Or they gave you the idea for a reason, so you can take action on it, so you can spark some type of joy and prosperity in your life. And you're could be like resting or simply procrastinating. There we go. And procrastinating this victory because you're not doing the work that needs to be done. But once you start, so let's say you could like procrastinating, you might be thinking like it's way too much work to start something or just to do. But then it's like once you start little by little, you realize it's not that hard. Like I'm saying right now, like take responsibility for your actions. If somebody's trying to tell you you can't do this, ask them why. And if they was like, because I don't want you to, it's not their life, it's your life. So it doesn't matter what somebody else wants, okay? Because you the center of your universe. You matter to you, and what your feelings and your needs and your happiness and your love and your mental, your health, all of that comes before this external person of somebody else. And then we have the Five of Wands, which is all about fighting. And it could be a friendly competition, but you know, we don't really know. But these are the things that you want to transform. So the Eight of Wands is, like I was saying before, is unexpected and it's fast. So it could be, you know, impulsive. So it might Temperance, slow down, don't rush into things. And Three of Cups, we want to be able to share your emotions and so you be happy. You don't feel alone in a group of people that's supposed to be your friends. And you can be your authentic self and they accept you and love you for who you are. And the Five of Wands could be like internal fighting, external fighting. You just want the fighting to stop. Like you just want the fighting, competition, all of it to stop. Now, so that's the three things you want to transform. What do... Talking about why is it important to break all these things down? We have the Queen of Swords. And she's smart, logical, have very high morals, on like, you know, good honor, like honor and like high good morals and stuff like that. She speaks on the truth, acts on the truth, and she could also be like a war queen, you know. Also a little bit cold and detached. But she doesn't take action on things that doesn't benefit her. And what I mean by it had to benefit her like spiritually and more. It's like spiritual self-interest. Like if it doesn't spark her joy, she's not doing it, bro. Like it's just if you know when like the decluttering wasn't that here? You know, wasn't that a thing? Like, does this spark joy? No, throw it away. She will definitely just throw it away, cut it out, no problem. Won't even look back, question it, nothing. Like she cold detached. And I could be saying that in order to transform this, you have to see it for like a clear view, you know, because she also holds the sword of truth. So she sees it clearly. And know what needs to be cut out, what to take action on, and if it's not, if it doesn't spark her joy, she's not taking action on it. And then we have, okay, two cards came out with this one. Why is this part essential? So we have the Tower, because it's a sudden change that shift. It's like it's a sudden shift in like in perspective, and it brings a lot of things down to, because after the Tower card is the Star card, and the Star is a wish and a manifestation granted. So things have to come crashing down in order for, to make room for that wish to come in. So once you cut things out, some things will come crashing down. And the other card that came with it is the Seven of Pentacles, which is all about, harvesting and putting like planting your seeds to then reap later and reaping what you sow. So if you're not doing the work that you need to do, when things come crashing down, you're just gonna be stuck with whatever you had in the beginning. But if you do the work little by little, whenever this tower comes that come crashing down, whenever things starts changing, you start cutting things out. You're not where you left off. You already planted some things. You already did some, or like you already brainstorm some ideas, to start the steps that you need to take. Because the Seven of Pentacles, even though, normally you see the person like just watching their plants going, waiting for the plants to grow and stuff like that. But once it grows, they real quickly become the Nine of Pentacles, which is free and liberated and have everything that they need financially, independent and stuff like that. So it's like you could be taking some, like cutting some things out, cutting some people out, and then slowly you will realize that you didn't really need these people for like a sense of independence or financial, like you didn't need them to have like a sense of identity. You are like, you good by yourself, you know who you are and what you stand for. And then we have, and then you will know what you're reaping is actually what makes you happy, rather than just something that, reaping what you don't want and what somebody else will want and they happy, while you're sitting here stuck, sad and miserable because this is not what you wanted. You reap what you sow. What you put in, if you put in good work, like good things and good ideas, and like actually do the work that you're supposed to, learn the lessons that you're supposed to, what you will reap are good rewards. If you don't do the work, what you will reap is lessons that you didn't learn, doomed to repeat. So it's just, cut things out maybe. It's not, so you can reap rewards. And then with what needs to be brought to the consciousness, what needs to be illuminated, we have the Knight of Cups, which is, he goes on like a journey. It's also gonna be like a spiritual journey to gain confidence. He's the knight that's supposed to be all about like gaining confidence and building confidence. And then Wands is bravery and courage, while the Knight of Swords is just impulsive. And Knight of Cups, he comes in with treaties and love offers, but you got to build up confidence to be able to ask a person out, bring in that Ace of Cups, and you see like here how in the cup there's some dark while there's a rainbow. You have to address the dark, look at the dark. You might want to remove the dark from the cup. So it's just like, you can build up that confidence. So when you bring that, like a new relationship coming, you're not bringing old problems or old situations to a new thing and damaging that and ruining that. Wow. Because you didn't heal what needs to be healed and you don't feel confident and secure in yourself. So if you need to take time out from people, take a time out from people, take a break from people. You don't have to jump from relationship to relationship because that's not really helping. And once you do that, you're not going to be, if you're jumping from relationship to relationship, you're literally carrying the problem from that last relationship into a new relationship. And then you're not able to really figure out why the hell this relationship is going bad or why all your relationships is going bad because you're just hopping in from one to one and not thinking, why each one falls apart. It could because all the damage and baggage that you brought from the last one keeps coming and coming, and it builds and builds and builds. So you bring in like a whole mountain's worth of baggage to a whole new relationship rather than like simply looking at what needs to be looked at, conquering the mountain, to then saying like, okay, I'm gonna go back down. I'm not gonna bring this mountain with me. I'm gonna move on to something else, clear a road. And it's hard to go up a mountain than get, I believe, to go down one. Okay, so it's just like once you start removing or changing what needs to be changed, it will be hard. Yes, it will be like a little bittersweet moment. Yes, but once you get to that top and you get that sense of clarity and that freedom, and you see the life that you can have ahead of just happiness and prosperity with people that's generally there for you and that's generally going to support you. You don't have to look over your shoulder, second guess yourself, question if you can do it, or if someone's going to sabotage it, or if you're good enough and stuff like that. You will feel so much free. You will feel you will feel freer, and you will feel better and happier and lighter. So yeah, and then it could be like another little climb that you have to do, but it's like it gets easier and easier going up the hill the more and more things that you release. And the journey definitely gets easier the more and more you learn what you're supposed to do. Oh, the 5 of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. Came out from a whole other deck, a whole nother deck. 3 of Cups and the 5 of Cups. Funny. It would be crazy if the 2 of Cups come. The 2 of Cups come out, but well, the 2 of Cups is just meaningful connections and relationships and stuff like that. And you could be feeling like you're not worthy of those or that you can't have those, but you actually can if you just be your true and authentic self and speak clearly and vulnerably and just speak your truth. Because there's going to be other people either similar or close to you or have the same ideas, or not the same, like similar ideas or similar beliefs as you and stuff like that. There's actually a friend group for you, and it might not be this one, and it might be time to let it go so you can find your actual friend group. And sometimes you outgrow your friend group, and that's okay. You don't have the same friend group that you had from elementary school. Some people do. Just from like you won't have the same friend group that you had from elementary school, maybe in or middle school. Some people do, and that's fine, and that's okay. But some people was there and then they fell off, and then that kind of thing. It's okay to outgrow certain people and not can't be around them and support them from a distance. That's cool too. That doesn't mean that what y'all had was fake. It just simply means that it's time to close that chapter and let it come to an end, so y'all both can move on and grow and find what's else out there for you. Because you see how even though he's standing on the water, there's still a path behind him. There's still ways he gotta go. He just taking a little time out, a little break to think about how he could think about all what I said is after the death card, to give himself credit of all the things that he just changed and been through, right? And now seeing a plan to move forward, to accomplish more, and to continue. He won't just stop there, pretty much is what I'm trying to say. And then we have the Mother of Wands. Okay, so the Queen of Wands, Mother of Wands, she's kind of sort of fake from time to time, superficial. Let's say that. She's superficial. And the Queen of Swords here being, you know, very truthful, she could see through that. Okay, she could see through superficial things, and so like their superficial tactics and wearing all the shiny designer clothes and stuff like that. The Queen of Swords is not gonna care. Okay, she's not gonna care. And it's like once you see people for who they are, like if they being superficial, you see that they're being superficial, you cut them out, or simply don't do anything because it's not, it doesn't spark joy. And only taking action on what motivates you, makes you passionate, and happy. Because like I said, at the bottom of the deck, we got the Five of Cups, and that's all sadness and melancholy. Oh shit! Look, the Emperor card. Yeah, you giving your control away, and you're feeling sad and melancholy. You have to, because you're looking at your life right now, saying that you're not happy. Look about why you're not happy. You're not happy because you're sitting in something that you don't want to sit in, and that's because either you allowed someone to get in your head and or manipulate the situation and gave your power away, but now it's time to take back your power and stand up for yourself and do what makes you happy, makes you feel free and light. Oh shit. At the bottom of this deck was the Star card. But I'm gonna do a little 3-card sum up, and then I'm gonna do your affirmation. Because even though, like I was saying, like before, the Mother of Wands could be like a socialite card. She could be like fake from time to time, manipulative, and stuff like that. She can also be like very attractive. So it could be like, you know, that's why it's like superficial. Like if you don't just be with somebody because of looks, you know, and they don't, you know, they cause a whole bunch of disruption in your life. Like you can't be who you truly are, or you feel like they need to change to what you need to be, or you need to change, or they trying to change you to be somebody that you're not and what they want you to be. To simply go find that person. Okay, y'all don't have to be together. There's other people out there. Go find that person that you want this person to be. That person gotta exist somewhere out there. And if they don't, go back to the drawing board to figure out what you actually truly want in a person. That's not superficial. Because superficial things, materialistic things, going to come back and bite you in the ass. That's why we have the Devil card. And in the Devil card, you get chains and stuff. Because with the superficial, well, in the Devil card, why you get chains like self-imposed images that then lead you to restrict yourself in like certain ways because you have an image to uphold. So you're like, will be too busy in your ego to realize that, or you're too busy in your pride and your ego to actually change your life, because either what will people will think, or they can give you this, and the third. That doesn't mean anything. They can buy you all the houses in the world, but are you happy though? No, exactly. So it doesn't matter what they can give you, what they can buy you. You're not happy, and you're not happy. Your soul's not happy. Your body not happy. You're just not happy. Ooh, that's a lot of anxiety. It's just and a lot of stress and pressure that you don't need. Just release it. Ask spirit to help you, because they are trying to help you gain a victory that can lead you to something very successful at the end of the day. Where you can be happy with. And yeah, let's do it with the 3-card summary. Oh shit. It's the Knight of Cups. Like I was saying, going on a spiritual journey. And the Knights is also mostly about movements. Also, the Emperor tells the Knights what to do. And or where to go and where to move. Oh, or is that a king? So, whatever. Either way, because the kings are all, well, the emperor is all 4 kings. Balanced. All 4 balanced kings makes the emperor. If they're not balanced, then it's like a not so great emperor that you don't want to be around. It's going on, spiritual journeys, finding and building that confidence that you're lacking in yourself and gaining it to be able to continue this journey and continue the quest that you're on to find either your life purpose or what truly makes you happy to give you that sense of purpose in life. And then we have the 8 of Cups, walking away from 8 broken cups, things that's no longer suiting you, to walk to your 9 of Cups or your 10 of Cups, the things that will make you happy, or just simply walking away from what not make you happy to go find true happiness. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, who is grounded, stable, like soul nurturing, abundant, wifey material, could run her own business. She doesn't need anybody. She's very independent, like financially independent and like relationship wise. And she is okay with that, because she's confident in herself and know what she wants, and she's not going to lower her standards for anybody or anybody. She's not going to lower her standards for anyone or anybody that's not going to be able to give her what she actually needs and wants in life. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man, which is things being on delay until you gain a new perspective. Pretty much. Oh, shit. Now I'm going to do your affirmations. So, first card. I'm going to read the questions and the affirmations. I don't know if that really helps y'all, but I kind of like it if y'all, want to write it down or like think about it while I'm reading it and then I say the affirmation. Either way. What can I do in the moment I feel What can I do in the moment I feel powerless? When am I most likely to feel a particular emotion? How can I remind myself of the power I have over my emotional state? Ooh, and then we have I am in charge of my emotions. Okay, first of all, y'all, okay. I try to get it out to see it. It focused for like one moment and then it didn't. Next one, how can I feel more fulfilled in my life? What do I need more of in my life? Less of? The affirmation is, I channel the energy and the wisdom of the universe for the highest good of all. Did I show you the question on the other one? I'm going to show you the question. I don't know if you want to screenshot it. Boop. Next one, what distractions are hindering your productivity? How can you reduce them? That Queen of Swords, you cut them shit out real fast. I'm just saying. She cut that shit out real fast, but no problem. Cold, swift detachment. Who, the affirmation. I will always find a way, and a way always finds me. Yup. Because if there's a will, there's a way. Next one, what does happiness means to me? What do happiness means to you? What makes you happy? I need to start reading the cards correctly. I choose happiness. What are the things that make you happy? Draw a picture in your journal. of something that makes you happy. Affirmation: I allow myself to be happy no matter what. There's a lot of happiness here. Like I was saying with that 5, put that right here. You see that horse? Did that horse look happy to you? And horses have empathy, okay? They can feel what you feeling. Look at that horse. Look what you're doing to the horse. Just be happy so the horse can be happy. They can sense your fear. Oh, not to panic, not to freak you out though. But yeah, horses can pick up on that thing, on like stuff like that. So if you're scared, if you're fearful of them, they will pick up on it and then don't want to go like be near you or allow you to ride them. So if you're happy and open and warm and loving, they have no problem coming to you. A little animal facts. What does beauty means to me, and what way am I beautiful? Affirmation: I am beautiful in every single way. Words can't hold you down. No, that's not what it is. Words can't bring you down. There we go. Christina Aguilera. Next one. How would my life change if I accomplish all my goals? What would my life look like? What does it mean? What does it feel? There we go. Like to be in this position. And the affirmation is: my goals and my dreams become my reality. Moderation is key. You just gotta take your time. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay? Don't have to burn yourself out. Try to compete with somebody. The 5 of wands. You don't have to compete with somebody. Go at your own pace. It's fine. Don't have to rush it. Go at your own pace. It's okay. Last and final one. Do I ever feel like giving up? What should I do when I feel like quitting? The affirmation: I will never give up because great things take time. What I was just saying, slow and steady wins the race. Do it at your own damn pace. It's okay. It's all right. Just because somebody was able, like the little superstars that and they be kids. Just because you weren't able to make it as to have all that money when you were a kid doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to have all that money. It might come to you maybe in your 30s or your 40s, maybe even your 50s. Okay, it's going to take some time, and it's going to need you to put in some work and some effort. But you can do it, because your dreams can become a reality if you just choose to be happy and know that you're beautiful. Okay, you looking like a whole snack. Okay, and don't let nobody tell you that you're not. You a full course meal. Okay, and don't let nobody treat you like street putang either when you a full course meal. Okay, do you believe that? And yeah, you won't lower your standards for community day because you're lonely or something like that. Like, it's okay to honestly, it's okay. It's way better to be by yourself and knowing what you actually want to then be, rather than lowering your standards and be with somebody that can probably give you like that little quick fix real fast, and not either you get stuck in a situation that you didn't need to be in, that could have been avoided. Yeah, it's either you in a situation where you could have didn't need to be in, okay? Because that little one quick fix that you needed, now you're stuck, or you just now have to deal with other people or block some people, okay? Because it could have been avoided if you just simply took that little time out and think about, hey, is this really necessary? Do I really want to do it? Is this for is this gonna help me spiritually grow, or is it just like materialistic and superficial? If it's just superficial, now you're not gonna grow, because it's superficial. You're not trying to, you're not doing it to grow. You're doing it for superficial reasons, to please other people and please other people and or your ego. So, and your ego is not your higher self or your actual self. It's a pretty much this thing you created to try to keep you protected, and it's not really protecting you. It protects you from actual true happiness at the end of the day. So it might be time for a little ego death. So yeah. And then probably, what's under the Sandman? Oh, death! Oh shit! Is that on here? Look at it. You might need a little ego death. Look at it, bitch. And then we had the 9 of Swords under that. So yeah, things could be on delay until, things change and you do the work that needs to be done. But that's all I'm seeing with this Temperance reading. If you feel like this reading resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye.